Hello guys and welcome to another Dr. Hades video. Today we're gonna talk about patch 10.23 and what will gonna happen in this patch. It will be amazing, there will be some nice changes, so stick with me, enjoy the video.
It's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
Guys, do not forget about the giveaway, because there is a link in the description to my latest tweet where you can find all the necessary information in order to enter the giveaway and get a chance to win 1850 riot points. There will be 2 winners, so do not miss it. Go into the description, click on the link, and good luck. As I said before, today we're going to talk about patch 10.23 patch rundown, and it will be amazing, but I'm gonna present something from Bunny Muffin's website. I'm gonna leave it a link into the description, so it's his website, but I'm gonna give my opinion on the changes and not on his website. This guy is amazing, you can check him out. He also has a YouTube channel, and if you want, he makes amazing content. So let's go. So the first change is a system change where they improved a little bit the champion movement logic, and they said they improved the way champion interacts and behave, especially when they start the fight, because they said there is small changes especially early game can change the fight, because I don't know, maybe one champion will start attacking faster than the other one, but it should be the other way or things like this. This is what I understood of this. Okay, but this is not very big, not very important. Let's move on with the traits. First, it's a balance trait, which is on Cultist, where Galio gets a small buff because he will cast his first spell faster. As you can see now, he gets 75 mana out of 150 at the start, but unfortunately the 6 Cultist gets a small nerf because the base HP of Galio will go down by 100 HP, and also 9 Galio, because Supreme Overlord Galio is for 9 Cultists, will get 250 base HP nerf and 80 base AD nerf. But why? Because he gets now at 9 cultists immune to all CC for 8 seconds after being summoned, which means he has like a free Quicksilver, and this will be practically amazing. And this is why there are small nerfs coming on his HP and AD, because after all he's gonna be CC immune, which is pretty big. Let's move on to the other traits, which are Dazzler. Now to Dazzler we're gonna do just 40% AD reduction. It's a small nerf, but it's an important one because a lot of players was playing Dazzler and things got really bad, because before it was 50% for 5 seconds, now it was for 8 seconds, and it was a lot more powerful. So they just reduced the AD reduction, but they maintained the 4 Dazzler in because it was not so played and they want them to play more. Hunters are getting a small nerf, so for every, let's say, every level you get like 25% less, so it is a small nerf, but I think it's enough for getting out of S tier. I'm not sure, but we're gonna see. Keepers are getting a big buff because, you know, Keepers, the problem was that they maintain their shield for only 8 seconds and late game was not enough. And now if you go 6 Keepers, you can maintain it up to 14 seconds, which might be a big change in like Keeper comps. So probably we might see, I don't know, Sharpshooter Keeper or some other comps that go well with Keeper. I don't know right now, but we're gonna see during the game. Divine is coming back. I'm kidding, it's not really coming back. We're gonna have like a small buff for Divine where they give let's say more 50% damage reduction and true damage, so 10% more like it was before, but they also are increasing for 2 seconds the time for 8 Divine, so if you hit the best you can get more. But they are making some changes to Warwick, so do not worry, Warwick 2.0 is not coming back. And for Fortune they added 10, 11 and 12 loose strike unique reward tables, so good luck, they say. I'm not sure somebody will gonna try play this in ranked, but I don't know how kamikaze you are, guys. You can try it out, but if not, just have fun in normal games. Finishing with traits, that was it. That's the only changes they do with traits, and we move on to champions, where we start with the 2 costs because they felt like 1 costs are pretty okay this patch, so they just talked about the 2 costs, and they make a difference to Aphelios. They make him, let's say, maybe stronger than it was this patch, but probably not stronger that it was like in the beginning of set 4. So turrets no longer trigger on attack effects like Rageblade or Shyvana, so it will not stack on Rageblade and not on Shyvana. No longer grants mana, because before they were granting 10 mana, but still trigger on hit effects like Shojin. So Shojin works with this, so you can, like, if you put Shojin on Aphelios, you're gonna grant more and more turrets. What happens now, you will get many turrets because, you know, if you see here, the mana cost is a lot lower, and especially it goes from 90 180 to 4080, so you'll get a turret really easy right now. And this comes with a buff, taking in consideration that hunters are nerfed, but you can play Aphelios now. And they also give us like some small attack speed to, I don't know, make him a little bit more powerful. For Zed, Ninja are like not doing really great right now, so practically they're kind of buffing all the ninjas without buffing the trait. And so Zed will gonna get like more AD still for each tier, for each star you play Zed, 1, 2 and 3 star Zed, and also he will get more spell damage, so it's a big buff for Zed. So probably we're gonna see some Spirit Ninja or something, or Spirit Shade in the future. Moving on to free cost units, we're gonna have a small buff on Akali, just some attack speed, because Akali after all was doing pretty good before, and with this she's just gonna be a little bit more powerful, probably enough to be good to win the game. Kalista is getting a small buff, let's say, but for a 3 star now she will do 9% health per arrow, so it is pretty big buff. But you can see Kalista probably only in, I don't know, duelist or cultist, so yeah, Kalista will be strong this patch, I think. Katarina is getting a big buff. Why? Because, you know, as a 1-star Katarina, it was not good, and it takes some time to 2-star her, so I think this buff is necessary, especially for warlords, because you can hit like at level 5 Katarina and get 6 warlords, but you're not gonna hit 2-star Katarina to make her really powerful. Okay, and Cannon, the other ninja, as I told you, gets a small buff in armor, magic resistance and spell damage, so, but, oh no, a small nerf in spell damage, sorry. So practically he will be like more resistant to damage, but he will do less damage. But I think it's better because Cannon was dying so easily, you needed a guardian angel, so it is pretty big. So we have a big champion free cost change, which is Xin Zhao, which now he has a new spell. So Xin sweeps around him, dealing 300, 325, 350% of his AD to nearby enemies, so not just one unit, and gains 50, 60 and 75 armor and MR for the rest of the combat. But this happens each ulti, so he will stack his AD and his armor and MR after each ultimate he casts, so practically he can become unkillable. But for that they increased his mana for ultimate, which is 40-80 now, and before was 0-30, so I think it's a good thing. They also fixed the bug where his spell couldn't critical strike. So he can critical, you can put Jewel Gauntlet on him. So he will be, I think, really good. So warlords will become really powerful. I think this patch you have to play them. Moving on to forecast, and we have a big change for Ahri. You know, Ahri was still doing good this patch, not the same as the B patch before, but she was really good even in this patch. But now they make her, I don't know, more balanced, let's say, because her spell is now a channel that can be interrupted, causing Ahri to release orb early and reduce the impact size. So practically, if you as I heard, there will be 3 stages. So the orb will do the same damage, it doesn't matter when you interrupt it, but the size will change. If you interrupt like in the first third of her channel, she will just do damage to a small area. If you interrupt it in the second third, it's gonna be a bigger area, and if you don't interrupt it, it's just gonna be on the whole area. So that's it. But now when you kill her, when she is under Guardian Angel and you kill her, she will cast instantly and not gonna like continue to channel and then cast. So practically for that it's a nerf, but if you don't hit Guardian Angel, now it's better, let's say, because she will cast at least. And especially when she dies and she's casting and she dies, she's gonna still like swipe the orb to the enemies, so Shilga's gonna take some enemies out when she dies. Sejuani is getting a small nerf because she is getting her ulti increased mana, so now she's gonna like ult, her first ulti will be the same, let's say, fastness, but her second ulti will not be so fast anymore because she will need 150 mana now, not just 130. Moving on to Ashe, she has her HP reduced and her armor reduced, so practically you can kill her easier now. And we have a big change for Talon because, as you know, Talon was doing a lot of damage this patch, so he is not gonna go for the highest damage with his ultimate after he kills somebody, but he will go to the lowest armor spell targeting, and he increased the leap time after getting a successful kill. So practically now, before he was going for the best damage, so he was killing his enemies in the perfect order, because he was getting to the highest damage and then to the next highest damage and to the next highest damage. Practically the enemy team was remaining with no damage when he was finishing. But now he's gonna go for the lowest armor, so practically if you put some items on your carrier that contains armor, you're gonna be okay, because he's gonna target that unit the latest, okay? And also his leap time is increased, so it will take more and more time for him to get from one champion to another. And the big change is for Warwick. As I said, Divine will be back, but Warwick will not be really back, because they are nerfing his fear duration for tier 1-star and 2-star Warwick, and he's also nerfing his attack speed, so it's a big nerf for him. But hunters are getting buffed, so Divine, they're getting buffed, so probably hunters 8 divines were gonna be still in the game. Also they fixed the bug where his spell could fail if he performed a hunter attack during it. I interacted with this bug, unfortunately, and I also lost the game because of it. So I'm glad they fixed it. Maybe this patch we're gonna play again Divine, which are pretty fun to play. And the last thing, the 5-cost champions. Practically right now they say if you 3-star Lee Sin, he's now a god. Like probably he's not gonna ever die, and he will, I don't know, attack everyone or something. I'm curious to see. They didn't say exactly what it's gonna be, but they assure us that it's gonna be a god. Lilia is getting a small buff. Her first spell is gonna be faster, and also her second and third, because his mana for ulti is reduced to 120. Also, Kane is getting his spell targeting has been adjusted to be more consistent in finding a valid target to spin towards. So he's not gonna just spin like randomly. He's gonna find a target towards he will ulti. And the last thing, it's a bug fixed the bug where spell crits would not work if they were connected to an attack that was already critting. Vayne spell couldn't crit if the auto attack also crits, so now it can, so you can keep that in mind. Okay guys, that's it, that's the whole patch rundown. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know into the comment section which part of these changes you like the most and what comp do you think it will be the best this patch. Until next time, please smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, enter the giveaway and play some more TFT. Bye.